This here is going to be the most thorough and complete look at VitaHustle that you're ever going to find. Comedian and fitness icon Kevin Hart spent 4 years.
4 years!
4 years.
4 years!
4 years developing this multivitamin supplement called VitaHustle, which they call a complete collection of quality essential nutrients and goal-driven proprietary blends to help fuel your hustle. So of course it is called VitaHustle, and it is indeed very different to many other multivitamins on the market because it does indeed have a very wide variety of vitamins and minerals, also in some interesting compounds that might absorb more efficiently. But there are also these 3 blends here. You've got the hormone and metabolism support blend, exercise detox and recovery blend, and even a very interesting blend of natural extracts that has been linked to an increase in nitric oxide production, which is a very common goal in like pre-workout and post-workout supplements. So it's a pretty interesting blend of like fitness and overall health. So let's get a close look at the micronutrients and these proprietary blends to see if it holds up to the hype. Now you can take a look at my full written review of this product if you want to see a more thorough breakdown of all these ingredients, but broad strokes, let's start with the vitamins and minerals. There are about 23 vitamins and minerals here, which is practically all of them, and in most of them you're getting over 100% of your recommended daily intake. I was very impressed in particular with the addition of vitamin D. You get 250% of your daily intake there, and also some vitamin K. These are 2 nutrients that a lot of people are low on, and they're both really important, and they act synergistically to improve bone health potentially, which is a pretty cool thing. So there is some vitamin C, which practically no one is deficient in, but they did make room for some pretty important nutrients that a lot of people miss out on. I will note that while the magnesium here, you only get 30% of the recommended intake, and it's magnesium oxide, which doesn't absorb very well. Nonetheless, most of the minerals here are chelated or chelated, which means they're combined with some amino acids, and they do appear to absorb more effectively when they are chelated. So I was pretty impressed with that aspect of the product as well. These do seem to absorb pretty effectively. The proprietary blends are where things get a bit more interesting. With this product, it's where it differentiates itself from many of its competitors. I will note that probably the biggest problem with this product is that they are proprietary blends. So I don't know the exact amount of each ingredient, which makes it pretty hard to measure the claims with the doses in studies performed on these ingredients. So it's kind of hard to know how effective it really is. Nonetheless, the first one here is the hormone and metabolism support blend. You get 375 milligrams of 6 different ingredients. Those are fenugreek seed extract, schizandra fruit extract, a blend of lychee fruit and green tea leaf polyphenol extracts, tonkat ali fruit, and saw palmetto berry. Now, according to VitaHustle themselves, these are linked to improved immunity, stress response, blood flow, and recovery. Most of the data on this is actually about like testosterone support and hormonal health. I will note all of these together is 375 milligrams, and most of the research is on like larger doses than that. So for instance, like most studies on fenugreek are on 500 milligrams or more. Most on like saw palmetto berry are like 200 or 300 milligrams or more. And in this, the whole blend is 375 milligrams. Nonetheless, I mean, all these ingredients may act synergistically and provide a slight benefit. So Kevin Hart has styled himself as something of a fitness figurehead these days, so of course this product had to have an exercise detox and recovery blend. It's 333 milligrams with 6 ingredients. That's going to be calcium, rosemary leaf extract, ginger root extract, holy basil leaf extract, milk thistle seed extract, and some N-acetyl L-cysteine. Now, most of these ingredients are linked to antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects, which could indeed potentially help with recovery, like reduce the muscle damage or like mitigate the muscle damage caused by exercise. Some of them seem to be a little bit underdosed. I mean, like rosemary leaf extract, pretty strong links to antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects. The dose is normally like 300 milligrams in studies, and this is 333 milligrams for everything altogether. Similarly, ginger root extract normally dosed at 1 or 2 grams, so it's not very highly dosed for these ingredients. Nonetheless, most of them do have these antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects, so I think putting them all together, there's a pretty decent chance it could potentially help with your recovery. I am not a doctor, of course, and I should really emphasize that because when it comes to the detox section, detox is sort of a meaningless word, but normally it's used when products have ingredients that are linked to liver health, since the liver helps to purge toxins from the body. That's why the milk thistle seed extract is in here and in most detox supplements. But normally in studies that have shown some effect, again, it's at like 500 milligrams or so less than you get in a serving of this. But this little amount here, I mean, there's every chance it might contribute to your liver health, but nonetheless, I think the biggest strength in this particular blend is the recovery aspect. Finally, there's another fitness-focused area of this product, and that is the S7 nitric oxide booster. You get 50 milligrams of that It's a blend of various plant-derived ingredients like green coffee bean extract, tart cherry, blueberry, kale, and a couple of others. Now, S7 is actually produced by a different company, VDF Futureceuticals. And the nitric oxide aspect, if you see other pre-workouts on the market, they normally focus a lot on nitric oxide because it has a pretty reliable link to increased blood flow, which might help to better shuttle nutrients and oxygen around your body. And indeed, there was one study published in Free Radical Research that found that S7 itself increased nitric oxide production by like 230-ish%. Now that is just one study, I should point that out. There's not a whole lot of research on this, but nonetheless, there is decent evidence this could potentially help with nitric oxide production, which could help with blood flow. So if that's a priority for you, decent evidence for it. Now, as far as the price goes, VitaHustle really likes it when you sign up to a regular subscription to the multivitamins. So if you want to get one of these every month, they'll go to knock off 10% from the price. So that's going to bring it to about $45 or so per bottle. You meant to take 4 pills per day. That comes to, roughly speaking, $1.50 per day if you subscribe. If you just want to get a one-off, it's going to be closer to $50 per bottle, so like $1.60, 70 cents per day. Also, if you buy 3 of them at a time, they knock 20% off the price. So that's going to be like $40 per bottle. So you do have options here. Probably the smartest option is to sign up for a subscription service. Now that is on the pricier side for a multivitamin, which are usually a little under $1 per day. That said, this is not any normal multivitamin. It's got a whole bunch of other stuff here for, inflammation, nitric oxide, that kind of stuff. So, you may find the price worth it. So why should you consider getting a bottle of VitaHustle? I'll start with some of the small stuff. This is made in an NSF certified facility, which sort of guarantees a degree of purity to the product. The product itself is not NSF certified, but still a lot of people would like to have that kind of a semblance of a guarantee with the acronym NSF. I also wanted to say it is free from just about every allergen. There's no fish, shellfish, wheat, egg, tree nuts, soy, peanuts, anything like that. So pretty friendly to a wide variety of people. It's kind of hypoallergenic. But of course, like the main stuff here is the nutrition itself. Really broad variety of vitamins and minerals, a really good dose of most of them. Most of the minerals are also chelated, so they probably absorb better. I thought that was a really nice touch. This nitric oxide boosting blend seems to be relatively valid. And also the other ingredients here, I would say there's a pretty decent chance it could potentially lower inflammation to like a kind of vague degree. It's sort of hard to measure that. But still, there are enough ingredients in here that I'm relatively confident this can act as something of an antioxidant supplement. So that could be useful, especially for people who work out a lot. A few potential downsides with this product. It's not vegan, if that's a big deal. The vitamin D comes from lanolin, which is a wax secreted by wool-bearing animals like sheep. It's also not organic, if that's a big deal to you. The main issue here, I think, is that it's proprietary blends. So all this stuff, all of the blends for hormone and metabolism, exercise, detox, and recovery, the nitric oxide booster. I don't know like the precise amounts of each ingredient, so it's very hard to measure this product against the research supporting its claims. When you judge by like where the ingredients are in the list, I'm like relatively certain there's gonna be some antioxidant effects here, but I'm also just not super convinced about all of the dosages, not 100% of them, especially stuff like the milk thistle seed extract, the fenugreek seed extract, that kind of stuff. I just would have liked to know the doses, and judging by like where they're sitting on the label here, I don't know if it's very highly dosed. I'm not calling it an ineffective product. It's got a ton of vitamins and minerals, it's got a ton of stuff for antioxidant, anti-inflammatory effects, pretty decent stuff for nitric oxide, but some of the claims, they could have been a bit better supported. All right, those are my thoughts on Kevin Hart's VitaHustle multivitamin. The full written review is in the description below. And if you want to see if this landed on my full list of the best men's multivitamins, make sure you give the full list a Google with Farbend Best Men's Multivitamin.